Hey all, Pay Marine here with so this one is actually going to be kind of my initial reactions, thoughts on the new Kill Team box set, or not even just box set, like range that's coming out that they just announced. Now this is the 6th of July, so I believe it was yesterday was the first like official like unveiling of what they have in store for the new Kill Team. So I'm going to go through kind of the announcement, my thoughts on that, and then also they have a Kill Team Q&A that came out that I'll probably read through, so we can maybe get some more answers and things there. So, diving into this, first off, I'm very excited for Kill Team, and just in general before the announcement. I've liked the previous iterations of this game set. The last one that just came out in, I don't know, I guess you could say kind of tail end maybe of 7th. It was probably about, it was a year, I think, about before 8th edition came out that the other Kill Team came out, and it was just the box set or whatever they had just came with a squad of Fire Warriors, a squad of just your standard Space Marines, and then you had like the rule books, and that was pretty much it. And so you could pick specialists, and they would get a trait, and yeah, and that was pretty much it. And then each character independently moved and operated. Like you brought them as a squad, but then after that they were like you would set them up separate, and then they would move independently as well. But still all in your turn. And then once your turn was completed with all the phases, then your opponent would go. And I really enjoy that. I like, it's nice playing the big games, but I also enjoy the smaller games because then again, they gave me more options to like, you know what, I've always liked the look of the Tempestus Scions. Like, let me, go with that. Even though at one point I had like a full, I can't remember that formation. It was a full Tempestus Scion army, and I was going to kind of go that way when they first came out. I had the 4 Valkyrie formation one, and like just it was a pretty cool idea. And then I ended up selling it just because I had way more on my plate at the time. But anyway, a little off the subject. But anyway, I do have a group of Scions that I kept for. I used them in my Armies on Parade back in 2016. And then later, and actually, let me rephrase. It's been 2 years since the last one came out. Oh yeah, never mind. I was right. See, this is why it's attempts at coherent thought. It was 2 years ago, because we just hit the 1 year for 8th. So yeah, so about 2 years ago is when the first one came out. Anyway, so I kept that squad that I had used in my Armies on Parade display. And then just kept them around just so if Kill Team ever came up again. And it looks like it is up again, so I could definitely use them. Plus Space Marines, Orcs, like other things I've always wanted to get into, I definitely can. I still have some Shadow War. I have a Necron squad and Scutari. The Rangers, though, not the Arbites, or however you say it. So yeah, so very much looking forward to that. Being able to kind of jump into other factions that I haven't played or haven't painted or modeled, just from a hobby aspect, it's pretty exciting. So let's see what this new version is going to have. It definitely seems like it will be a little bit different. So Warhammer community page, I'm looking at the announcement page here. They had a nice little video, kind of, hey, so anyway. Let's see. So they talk about mass battles are fun, but there's always been an appeal to small skirmishes. Then it says over the years, their fans have enjoyed a range of skirmish games, from past iterations of Kill Team to the recent Shadow War Armageddon, which was very similar, but it seemed to take components of Kill Team and Necromunda and kind of combined them into Shadow War Armageddon. And we've taken the best of these systems and combined them to create a brand new gaming experience. The new Kill Team takes the stuff you know and love, or we know and love, deep squad, customization, narrative progression and development, low model counts, and marries the cutting-edge rules design, bringing the team from Warhammer Underworld Shadespire to ensure the rule set is tight and balanced as possible. That's one thing I've noticed looking over this article right now is this definitely seems like the 40K Shadespire, or I guess 40K Underworlds. And I've actually not played the Underworld Shadespire yet. I have the core set and then the Fire Slayers expansion warband, I guess. I've not gotten to it yet, and honestly, unfortunately, in a way, I feel that the most I'll get to is I'll probably crack open the Fire Slayers, build them up, and paint them, because I've been really wanting to. But I feel like that's probably about as far as I'm going to get, because with this out now, I'm probably gonna. It's kind of pulling my attention back to 40K. Like anytime I try to deviate a little bit from something, it's hard just with time and money and stuff like to get my hands into too many other things. So we'll see how that goes. But anyway, all right. So we have here Dave Sanders, who heads up the Kill Team Rules Project, on what you can expect from the game. Kill Team is a standalone skirmish game set in the world of Warhammer 40K, or 40,000. The game's focus is on covert operations. Players handpick their kill teams of diehard special operatives to get a specific job done, whether that be reconnaissance, sabotage, or assassination. The games are fast-paced with a rapid back and forth between players and can include up to 4 players. There's something in it for everyone. There are narrative missions and a campaign format for those who love telling their own stories, countless new challenges for hardcore gamers in the match play rules, and for people new to the hobby, it's a great place to start. The game has a low model count, and with fantastic generator tables, you can get a real thematic kill team up and running very quickly. So the result is a high-octane skirmish battler where you'll command a handful of elite troops in action-packed squad combat. What is a kill team? Your kill team is a squad of elite warriors handpicked by you, consisting of about 5 to 10 individuals. You construct your kill team model by model. A squad of Space Marines could consist of 2 Reavers, a missile launcher wielding tactical Marine gunner, a scout with a sniper rifle, and a primary sergeant with a power sword, for instance. So there's a lot of kind of intermixed squad there. Not really. You don't have to get like, okay, I'm gonna purchase 5 tactical Space Marines and now I have to kit them out. You can literally pick and choose different things from each different types of squads, it seems. Once you've assembled your kill team, you can customize them even further with a deep system of specialisms and advancements. These allows you to really distinguish your key troops, creating sharpshooting snipers, fearless combat medics, or Vox hexing comm specialists. Kill teams can be used in one-off missions or in campaigns where they grow in power, leveling up and developing their abilities with bespoke skills trees. Take demolitions, for example. So then they have an example of the demolitions tree. Hopefully, we'll see how this works. I'm hoping that when I edit this video, I'll be able to cut in this picture with still having my voice underlay. Fortunately, right now I have a very basic video editing tool that I use. So hopefully, it allows me to do something as simple yet as advanced as that sounds. So, but it goes over demolitions level 1. You have it's called Breacher. You can add 1 to this model's wound rolls against targets that are obscured. Then level 2, you have 2 options. You can be a pyromaniac or a grenadier. Pyromaniac. You can reroll wound rolls of 1 for this model when it's attacking with a weapon that hits automatically. Grenadier, add 3 inches to the range of any grenade weapon this model uses. You can reroll hit rolls of 1 for grenade weapons this model uses. And then you have level 3. Now it breaks down even further. So Pyromaniac breaks down into 2 options, and then Grenadier breaks down into 2 options. So for Pyromaniac, you have Saboteur and Sapper. For Saboteur, if this model is in your kill team and not out of action, you can make your casualty rolls roll a d6. Your casualty rolls roll a d6 on a 5+. Choose an opponent who played that mission to lose 1 material. So I'm sure that'll go more in depth as you play, because I'm not 100% sure what all that means. Then you have Sapper. If this model is in your kill team and you choose the plant trap strategy, page 49, you can add 1 to the number of pieces of terrain you can booby trap. Okay? Excuse me. And then under Grenadier, you have Siege Master and Ammo Hound. Siege Master, you can add 1 to injury rolls caused by this model's attacks in the shooting phase if those injury rolls are for models that are obscured. And Ammo Hound, if this model is in your kill team and not out of action, you make your casualty rolls roll a d6 on a 5+, you gain 1 material. Alright, so that's just their example of the what they call abilities tree or skill tree, sorry. So you follow one branch and you'll be able to build a flamer wielding pyromaniac, follow another and you'll have a grenade lobbing siege master. As well as rules, you'll be encouraged to customize and develop the lore and narrative of your kill teams. The book is packed with generation tables covering the names and backgrounds of your units, right down to the quirks and demeanors of individual troops. Every kill team will be truly your own. This is much about creating stories and role-playing opportunities as it is delivering fast-paced strategic action. That's one thing I definitely like too, is kind of more of a role-play aspect along with the tabletop wargaming aspect. I definitely feel like to myself, I don't know how my local community or local gaming area will take to this, but I would love to get into like a long campaign. I think that would be really fun. Create characters, customize their stories, have like an overall story, like really great, and then in future campaigns bring those veterans back that have all this history from the previous campaigns. I think that's a cool idea. Alright, so the rules. Kill Team has been designed from the ground up as a brand new gaming experience. If you play 40K, you'll be familiar with some of the core principles, but there are several key differences to represent the dynamic, lightning-fast nature of squad combat. Alright, alternating activation. So here's a big change. Kill Team uses a form of alternating activations. In some phases, you'll take it in turns to use each of your fighters acting and reacting to transform every movement of the game into a tense battle of wits where a single mistake can be deadly. Terrain. Terrain is a core to the Kill Team experience. The field of battle in Kill Team is known as a kill zone. Varying from lush jungles to churning manufactorums, each presents challenges and opportunities for your fighters. Your troops will interact with their surroundings more than ever before, diving from ruin to ruin as they close on the foe, disappearing into hidden tunnels, and taking point in a sniper's eyrie where they can survive the battlefield. Alright, the board. Kill teams are played on a 22-inch by 30-inch board. So that's different. I think before it was a 4x4, so 24 by 24 inch. I don't know why the change to shave 2 inches off one side and then add an additional 6 on the other side, so it's more of a rectangle, but and it says a tightly packed war zones will fit perfectly on your coffee table. So I don't know if that's the average dimensions of a coffee table. But so it's a 22 by 30 inch board. Tightly packed war zones will fit perfectly on your coffee table. Every game takes place at close quarters. Troops trading shots across ruin-streaked firing lanes while trying to flank their foe, and it'll be easy to space and set up your games. So real quick thing on the terrain and the board thing. So as you've seen, I'll probably get into it more later, but the new building terrain is just gorgeous. I mean, that alone I think is just going to have these things flying off the shelf, even though they will be selling the terrain separate. As we all know, like getting a box set usually is a better deal than buying the stuff later separately. And there's no price points released right now, so we'll definitely see as time goes on. But yeah, it looks just great. Alright, so next we have tactics. Once you've mastered the basics of kill teams, you'll be able to harness tactics, a new mechanic similar to stratagems that add additional depth to the game and allow you to represent the heroic deeds of your individual fighters. With only one command point a turn to spend, you'll have to use them carefully. Do you act decisively, save them for a key reroll, or use one of many other tactics available to your squad? So they have a couple examples here of tactics, and again, hopefully I'll be able to cut in the picture here, and you'll just be hearing my voice for a minute. So Decisive Shot is a tactic. Use this tactic at the start of the shooting phase. Pick a model from your kill team that is eligible to shoot, and shoot with it before any other models. If another player uses this tactic, roll off, and the winner goes first. And it says 2 command points. Now, just a second ago, it said you only get 1 command point to a turn to spend. So, wondering if you get to bank up command points to use later. Alright, tactical reroll. Reroll a single advanced roll, charge roll, psychic test, deny the witch test, hit roll, wound roll, saving throw, injury roll, or nerve test, and it is 1 command point. So those are some examples they have of tactics that are kind of the new stratagem for Kill Team. Alright, so let's see here. I may have to cut and come back here in a little while. It says I only got 4 minutes of recording time as I need to clear up some space on the camera here. Let's see, missions. Kill Team places your unit behind enemy lines in missions of subterfuge, assassination, and sabotage. From planting bombs to slaying VIPs and sabotaging supply lines, these missions are a far cry from the take and hold pitched warfare of Warhammer 40k. Multiplayer, you'll be able to play Kill Team with a single opponent or in a fast-paced multiplayer arenas with up to 4 players. Multiplayer is a core part of Kill Team, and you'll find games just as balanced, fast, and fun with 1, 2, or 3 foes. Alright, open narrative and match play. Like Warhammer 40k, you'll have 3 ways to play with Kill Team. If you're looking to try balanced, fast-paced, competitive squad combat, you'll love match play, while narrative play lets you duke it out in thrilling interlink campaigns. Likewise, if you want to throw down models and have fun, there are plenty of open play missions in the book too. Ongoing support. This is just the beginning for Kill Team. This is a full-fledged Warhammer system that will be supporting for years to come with rules, models, expansions, and more, not to mention organized play, store tourneys, and independent events. You can get started with Kill Team in confidence that will provide continued support for your hobby. So that's a big statement because we saw Shadow War came out. It was a big hit because of the terrain and everything, and then it kind of puttered out and died. Necromunda seems to have a decent following, and they're supporting it, but it's a completely different rule set and different models in general, so you can't really take models that you might already have or models that you could later plug into 40k and use. So this is very interesting from that aspect altogether. So I'm going to take a quick pause here because it says I have 2 minutes, so I'm going to stop here and come back, and we're going to get into the contents of the Kill Team box set and everything else. So let me go clear up some memory, and I'll be right back. Hey all, Paint Marine back here with an ongoing of the new Kill Team kind of first thoughts, first reaction to the new game. Now, I had to pause because my battery was down on the camera, I was running out of memory, and didn't get back to the video as quickly as I wanted to, but I'm back, and in the meantime, Games Workshop has released some faction focus things, so I've decided I'm actually going to make this like its own separate little mini-series of videos, so this will be just kind of more like my own like kind of look and focus into the new Kill Team, as well as doing separate videos for each of the faction focus. So after this video, I'm going to do a video for the Kill Team QA, the questions and answers they did, and then start knocking out the faction focus as they come out. So where we last left off was the Kill Team the box set. First of all, I love that title. I don't know if they really meant it or not, but to me, my reaction to that was a Spaceballs reference. Spaceballs the lunchbox, Spaceballs the t-shirt. So Kill Team the box set. I guess I'm not sure if that was 100% intentional or not, or intentional at all, but I found it amusing. Alright, so there's no better place to kick off your first Kill Team campaign than with the Kill Team box set, containing everything you need to start gaming, including 2 Kill Teams, the full rules, and a complete board setup featuring the new Sector Imperialis terrain. If you wanted to, you could only buy this set as a board game in its own right and still have hours of fun with it.
here's what you'll find in the box. And then again, here's a picture they have. And then we have, so number 1, the full Kill Team Core Manual, your complete guide to skirmish warfare in the 41st millennium. Number 2, Begin Here booklet to get you gaming as soon as possible. Ideal for newer players. Tongue-tied today. 3, a full squad of Scutari. Build a unit using the Kill Team in the set or make your own. A full squad of Genestealer Cult Neophytes. Use the pre-constructed Kill Team from the set or build your own. A 22x30 double-sided folding card game board to make setting up play simple. A varied set of Imperial Ruins allowing you to construct and customize a range of terrain for your boards, and ensuring you're always got enough cover for a true Kill Team experience. Pre-filled data cards for your warriors. This is number 7. Number 8. Booklets looking at the background of the Scutari and Genestealer Cult Kill Teams in the set. 9. A deck to keep track of the universal tactics in Kill Team, plus tactics cards for the Genestealer Cult and Scutari, including options you won't find anywhere else. And 10. Dice and rulers. So quite a bit in there. It just looks amazing from the picture with the terrain. At this point, there's still no price point out yet. I'm very curious what that price point is going to be. My guess is nowhere south of 150, but I wouldn't be surprised for like a 160, maybe even 175. I hope it's not quite that high, but I could see that. I don't think they would broach 200. That seems like a lot, but I could see about 175. Hopefully it's about 150 though. I'm trying to remember what Shadow War was. I think that was about 150, 160 or something like that. I think. I can't remember. It's been a while. Alright, so Kill Team Core Manual. Or the Kill Team Core Manual. As well as being available in the Kill Team box set, you'll be able to pick up the manual separately. Great if you're intending to split the set with a friend or want to get stuck in with the game, but have plenty of scenery and miniatures already. So this was a lessons learned from Shadow War. There's a huge demand for the core rules later, which they later released, but then also added a few more factions in there. So I think that was kind of give an incentive for other people to maybe pick that rule set up. Because I know I picked up the other book that came out because it had like Sisters of Battle and other factions in there that I wanted to take a look at and play. The Kill Team Core Manual is your complete guide to the skirmish warfare, containing all the rules you'll need to assemble your kill team, pick your specialists, and fight anything from quick open play operations to deep narrative campaigns. In the book, you'll find data sheets, tactics, and rules for all 16 factions in the game so far, in parentheses, so there's potential for more. Missions for every type of play, generation tables for your lore, and much more. So I'm really liking the kind of RPG style thing. Because I've always wanted to kind of like I tried to do there's a Dark Heresy, I think, RPG years ago, and it was a group of people that were already doing it, and they tried to let me kind of get in and just schedule and everything. But like being able to maybe like do something kind of like that, it's kind of like it's like you have your own RPG, especially if you do like a campaign style league. You can definitely build your lore and your RPG of your role playing of your kill team as you go along, or you kind of individually, like you just as you play kill team games, you can generate your lore and keep track of it and everything, which I think is pretty sweet. So kill zones. Kill team is much more about where you play as who you play with terrain being integral to victory. In your games, you'll dive for cover, travel through hidden tunnel networks, and release deadly death traps from unique data sheets, tactics, and rules available for a huge range of terrain. To help you make the most of the terrain in your games, we'll make it simpler than ever to collect the brand new kind of expansion kill zones. Excuse me. These are your one-stop for scenery, each containing a double-sided board, a full set of terrain, and unique tactics, all for less than getting the items inside separately. So again, they're not huge on. They definitely don't do like sales, but they'll do these kind of together things. So they have an example of Killzone Sector Mechanicus. So it says each Killzone is full-fledged kill team expansion with a range of unique rules, content. Fighting in a Sector Mechanicus will feel completely different to battling on a death world or in the close confines of a spaceship. The kill team main set is packaged with Sector Imperialis Killzone, While at launch, you'll be able to grow your collection with the Sector Mechanicus Killzone. And then they have kind of another breakdown of what all comes in a Killzone set. So this is particular one is the Sector Mechanicus one is what they break down. So 8 frames of Sector Mechanicus terrain allowing you to build and customize your battlefields. 2, an 8-page booklet with lore, art, and photography exploring the role of the Sector Mechanicus. 3, 12 Sector Mechanicus tactics cards that allow your kill teams to turn the environment around them to their advantage. Number 4 comes 4 unique Sector Mechanicus missions designed specifically for the terrain. 5, 1 Sector Mechanicus environment card. And 6, a 22 by 30 double-sided folding gaming card. So again, another all-in-one inclusive terrain set thing, which all this seems pretty cool. I like the idea of that. Combine the main kill team with a couple of kill zones, and you won't just have a wide range of choices to where you play your games, but the beginnings of a sizable collection of terrain you can use for your games of Warhammer 40k. Both games are designed to complement each other for those who collect both. Now, Kill Team starter sets. This I'm pretty excited about. These are kind of like the Warband starter sets, but a bit more. So I'd have to look up Warzone. I can't remember how much when I got my my Fireblades. How much the champion those guys or that Warband. Because this is a little bit more like, yes, it's going to come with like a kill team, but with more. So we have Kill Team starter sets are a perfect way to get stuck in with the new Kill Teams, each featuring specially selected models, new rules, custom tokens, and terrain to bolster your collection, all at a lower price than picking up the content separately. Each can be used as a pre-made Kill Team in their own right, or as a starting point for one of your own making, featuring unique faction tactic cards you won't find anywhere else. Let's take a look inside the Krog Skulls Boys set. So, again, another breakdown here. So 5 Burna Boys cast in colored plastic so you can start playing as soon as possible. So again, another similar thing to the Shadespire Underworlds, where the different factions, like my Fireblades are in orange plastic. So if you want to just quick put them together, throw them on the table, you can tell the people's factions apart from each other. So number 2, an 8-page booklet detailing the background and lore of Krog Skulls Boys. 3, custom tokens featuring Orky stylings. 4, 12 Orcs tactics cards, including 6 new tactics unique to the set. 5, a new set of Sector Mechanicus galvanic servo haulers, plus an environment card for using them in your games. 6, we have 5 pre-filled data cards for a pre-built kill team. In short, each set will enhance every part of your kill team experience and is a must-have if you're looking to play a particular faction. At launch, you'll be able to pick up Krog Skulls Boys as well as the Fangs of Ulfrich, a Space Wolves kill team. That's a great starting point for any Adeptus Astartes player. There are more starter sets. Oh, there's a fly. More starter sets on their way, each featuring even more terrain, models, and unique tactics, so keep your eyes peeled. So you're getting a lot more than versus the Underworlds, because you're also getting terrain, which is a pretty big thing. So again, aside from the Killzone sets, so you got the starter set, the Killzone sets, and then the Kill Team sets. So now you're like really, and this fly is really bothering me. Now you're really plussing up your terrain and everything. If you didn't have a lot of terrain already, that's amazing. All right, the best Warhammer 40k terrain ever. It's worth. Let me close that real quick. It's worth taking a closer look at the new Sector Imperialis terrain. But simply, this is some of the best Warhammer 40k terrain ever made. Designed by the team behind the Sector Mechanicus set and 100% compatible with them to boot. These marry the modularity and expandability of these kits with an even more detailed version of the dark and gothic cityscapes of the 41st millennium. Every single section is exactingly detailed, molded and designed to the same specifications as our multi-part plastic kits, made to characterfully bring to life the world of the 41st millennium while being flexible enough to build anything you can imagine. Each piece is compatible with every other, allowing you to build anything from low-lying ruins for close quarters firefights to towering, imposing high rises and fully detailed interiors. Again, the terrain, it just looks amazing. I can't it looks amazing. It's also gonna be a pain to paint. Like I already for myself, I feel like so all my main miniatures, armies, characters, like all that stuff is the fun stuff to paint. Then I kind of have vehicles in the middle. They're not the most fun to paint for me. They're just kind of very boring, I guess, because they're just a lot of flat surfaces, kind of run of the mill, and then terrain. I love terrain, but it's like my least favorite thing to paint. So, of course, looking awesome is only one thing. This fly. But we know that the true test of the scenery pieces will be how you use them in your games. The new Sector Imperialis range will be designed specifically to work with modern Warhammer 40k, each piece acting as a particular cover for a range of units. You'll comfortably be able to fit your Redemptor Dreadnoughts, Death Dreads, or any larger unit with the new upscaled buildings, while doorways, flooring sections, and balconies let's see. I lost my spot. The new Sector Imperialis range. Okay, flooring sections, balconies are perfect for models with larger bases. Whether you're rappelling in the squad of Reavers or skittering across walkways with Skitarii Ruststalkers, you'll have plenty of space to do so. Whether you're looking for a practical or tactical way to add cover to your boards for Kill Team and beyond, or you're ready to recreate Holy Terror itself on your tabletops, the new Sector Imperialis terrain is for you, and there are even more kits on the way. So even more terrain, even more money. So, alright. Then we have accessories, and man, are there accessories. Last but not least, accessories. As a distinct game in its own right, Kill Team is getting a range of unique gaming aids and merchandise for your collection. The Kill Team Carry Case, for example, is a mini-sized version of the foam cases that easily fits in the backpack and is great for transporting your squad between battles. Alright, and then they have a picture of it. It's fairly cool looking. It's it's got that same kind of zigzag foam that's in their other cases they have, and yeah, it's interesting. It has the new Kill Team logo with the skull and the knife kind of going across, and it's all the black and orange seems to be the colors of the Kill Team. You'll also be able to match your dice to your warband with a range of specifically or specially designed dice sets featuring unique colors and iconography. Each set features 6d6 and 2d10 for your games. So that's one thing they haven't gotten into yet is the d10s, how those are going to be played out. But just looking at here, there's a skull on there and a 0, so I'm not sure if the skull is the 10 or what the skull is, but there's a 0 on there already. And then the other dice, they have the Kill Team logo, and I believe that's the 1, because I actually have the Kill Team logo, and then they have 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6 is like the faction logo. So like they have the Space Wolves on the logo on the 6, and then an Orc one on the examples I have here. That's interesting. That's cool. Again, that's something they had from the war bands also had. Then there's even Kill Team measuring tape featuring unique Kill Team iconography. Again, so this is like there was I believe an orange GW tape they had, and I don't have mine. I got the green one that came out about the same time as the Death Watch, because it's more of like, it was kind of an OD green, a little bit lighter, but my favorite color is olive drab green, so I picked it up, and plus it kind of matched my salamanders at the time, which I still have. But yeah, I like that, and this is cool. It has the Kill Team logo on it, and if you're a big fan of the black and orange motif, then go for it. And then finally, blank data cards are great for keeping track of your fighters, allowing you to check on their stats, war gear, experience points, and demeanors at a glance. So they have a bunch of, I guess, blank data cards so you can, keep track of all your characters as you go along. And then let's see here. Finally, we have Sign Me Up. Want to get stuck in right away? We don't blame you, but we're sure you're wondering in which factions will be available when the game launches, so we figured we'd just tell you. So they got a whole list here. So Adeptus Astartes, I don't know, Asuyani, is that how you say it? I don't know. It looks like the Eldar symbol to me. So we're gonna say that. Death Watch, Dukari, Grey Knights, Harlequins, Astra Militarum, Necrons, Adeptus Mechanicus, Orcs, Heretic Astartes, Tau Empire, Death Guard, Tyranids, Thousand Sons, Genestealer cults. Wow, that's a lot. And I want to collect them all. So, each of these factions uses a specifically chosen pool of units designed to represent the kind of forces you'll find in a kill team, as well as unique tactics they can wield on the battlefield. We'll be previewing every faction in the game in the run-up to the game's release with a series of Warhammer community starting tomorrow with a closer look at the Adeptus Mechanicus. So that's where I'll start breaking down those focuses and kind of my thoughts on each of the factions going forward. I can tell you now, I pretty much want to play all of them. There's actually a few in here I probably have really no interest in, and it's probably Heretic Astartes and Death Guard. Not a big thing. Thousand Sons, I'm kind of whatever, but I actually lean a little bit more if I'm gonna have a Heretic army of some kind. It'd be Thousand Sons probably off of this list. That's about it. Everything else I'm probably gonna pick up. I mean, Genestealer cults because it already come in the thing, so I already have that. I've just recently got a bunch of Tyranid stuff. And I still have Necrons from Shadow War. I'm not sure how they're going to fit into this because I still have kind of like a few warriors and some other like kind of a very, very mixed match death marks and such. Harlequins is another one. Like, I don't know, that one I'm kind of on the fence just because of the painting. Like I painted. There's an album on the Facebook. Tyler W's Harlequins. They looked great when they were done, but oh my word, they were a pain to paint. So, anyway, and then next says, got any more questions? We've got answers in the form of a nifty PDF. So, that is it for this quick announcement breakdown, kind of my thoughts on each of the different sections that they've announced or talked about. But overall, I'm very excited, definitely looking forward to this. My wallet is not. And my hobby, I would say, is probably not because, and this could be an attempt at a coherent thought for a different time, even though this is now going to be its own series of videos I'm doing. But I get Games Workshop's got to just keep pushing product and pushing in our face and kind of force feeding us with product. But, you know, when you have a wife and family and other responsibilities, like, it's really hard to try to keep up. Like, I want to get it all, and by the time I'm even able to get, like, I've missed out on many things, like, coming in that I've wanted to get, and they've discontinued, and it's, you know, last chance to buy, but it's like I can't really go there right now, so I've really had to, I don't know, miss out, unfortunately, and I'm worried that that'll be the same, because now this is a huge game. This isn't just a standalone. This is like a huge game. So it's almost like if you really want to do it, you almost have to focus on just Kill Team and not do larger 40K anymore. I don't know. And depending upon how well this goes over, it may convert me over to solely more Kill Team games because I definitely have more time to paint smaller units. I can play more factions. The games go quicker, so when I do have time, I can play a bunch of them at one time. So there's those aspects to it too. From time to time, I'll still want to play the larger games, and I'll still, you know, be working on mostly my main army, the Star Commanders, and go from there. But I can definitely see where this could really tear a person's hobby wallet in half. As far as now, they really have to pick and choose. Are they going to stick with the main 40K system, or are they going to stick with the Kill Team, or go with the Kill Team rather? So. It'll be interesting to see kind of how this hits the community on a whole. But, all right. Well, thank you for watching this, and in the next one we'll go over the Q&A.